And I call it sometimes the culture of lies. And I think in order to progress, you have to be 100% honest. And so I did this challenge that I'm issuing. I did this when I was working for another company. I work for myself now, but hello, my friends. How is everybody doing out there? I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you are pursuing your goals and dreams and having a good time and looking at the challenges as opportunities. Hi, Shelly. How are you? Good to see you. Hey, I've been doing a lot of introspection and meditation and contemplation on a lot of different things, and so it's kind of tied me up, and I haven't done as many videos and things as I normally have been doing. It's like I need to. I'm in a period of getting more information, I guess you could call it, instead of just giving out information. And so, sometimes you need to do that. You need information to get out. Hello, Marcel. Good to see you. Thanks for showing up. I wanted to talk a little bit about our culture, and I call it sometimes the culture of lies. Now, I know this sounds negative, and it is in a sense, but it's a kind of a culture mostly of white lies, but there's a lot of serious lies too. But like, for instance, I remember driving down the road one day and I saw this sign that said, 3-bedroom house is $35,000, right? And so I don't know if I looked at it or maybe I looked it up later on online or something. And of course, that didn't include the land and all the real estate fees and the banking fees and so on. By the time you got through, and this was a number of years ago, so I don't know if you're going to see it that, but by the time you got through, it was like $70,000 or $80,000 to move into the house. And to me, that's kind of a deception. Hey, Mitch, how are you, man? Good to see you. But anyways, and I've thought about that a lot over the years. It's even when you go on Craigslist or you look in the ads in the paper, people tell you about their car or whatever it is they're selling, and they don't tell you all the problems with it, and they tell you it's better than it is, and because that's okay, because everybody does that. And so it kind of reminded me of an analogy that I use. It's like going to and buying a car, and you go ahead and buy the car, and then the guy says, all right, man, you got yourself a nice car, so do you want wheels and a steering wheel and seats with that too? That's, of course, that's an extreme analogy, but that's kind of the way. Wait a minute, the car doesn't come with seats and a steering wheel and wheels, and a motor. You need a motor with that too, right, if you want to drive the car. And our culture is sort of built around that kind of thing. And so I call it the culture of lies, and that leads to bigger lies and stuff and a lot of things. And so, and nowadays there's a lot of people kind of waking up and realizing a lot of things that we've been told and learned as we were growing up are not true or only partially true, and so on. So how do we change that? Well, of course, the obvious answer is we change that by being totally and brutally honest as much as we can. And I've tried to do that over the years, especially like when I sell something on Craigslist or whatever, I try to say, and here's all the problems that I've had with it, and here's how it's working right now, and that kind of thing. And that's hard for some people to do. And I give people a challenge, and you may have heard me say this before, and take 2 or 3 weeks, maybe just 2 weeks for some of you, but 3 weeks if you're brave, and be totally 100% honest in everything you say and do. And I guarantee you're going to be surprised and shocked at the little white lies that you tell, mainly to keep things smooth, especially like at work. I know when I used to work for a company, the boss would call me up, how's it going, and oh, it's going fine, this is good, and that's fine, what about that project where we were worried about that? Oh, no, it's okay, even though there was actually some problems. No, it's going just fine. I did this and this, and they're little white lies, because I know it's going to work out okay, I don't want to have any problems with the boss or have him worried about it, or this kind of thing. So I just tell him what he wants to hear, right? And that's a white lie. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, but it is. It is for you. I think that one of the things that I'm into is spiritual progression or quantum progression. And I think in order to progress, you have to be 100% honest. Now, there are some cases where things are better left unsaid as long as you're not lying about them, right? Hey, Wayne, how are you doing, my friend? Long time no see, or hear, I should say. So yeah, like I said, there's some things that are sometimes best left unsaid, and those aren't lies, and that's a bit of a discernment there. But most of the time, it's very important to be 100% honest at all times. And we've all gone through periods of our life, especially when we're younger. It's easy to tell white lies, or even bigger lies too, just to get by and not cause any waves, not cause any conflict. None of us like conflict, and so I did this challenge that I'm issuing. I did this when I was working for another company. I work for myself now, but I did this for 3 weeks, and man, what an eye opener! It's like, oh crap! If I tell the boss this is going to be a problem. But I finally just said, you know what? Heck with it, man. I'm just going to tell the truth and let the chips fall where they are. You know what? There was a few times that it caused probably some unnecessary stuff because it ruffled the other person's feathers, the boss or whoever. But most of the time, it wasn't as big of a deal as I thought it was, and so that was somewhat of an unfounded fear, and it's helped me to be 100% more honest in all of my dealings ever since then. But I still catch myself wanting to just, tell somebody what they want to hear so there's no conflict. So tell me what you guys think about that. Or if you're brave, take the challenge. 2 to 3 weeks, everything you do or say, 100% honesty. Okay? And like I said, there's some times when you can, you don't have to say anything. Things are best left unsaid. But there's times when that's lying too, when things need to be brought up. And so you got to use some discernment there, and don't use that as an excuse. But it'll be a real eye opener, I tell you. And this is not to say you're not an honest person. Most people are generally honest when it comes to these things, but we don't realize, because it's part of our culture, that we can tell these little white lies. And it's like I said, it's like buying a car or a house or whatever. I want to know how much it is out the door. Don't tell me it's this much and then tell me there's all these fees that get added on to it. That's part of the price too. It's even like on eBay or something too. You get here's the price plus shipping, but at least they're telling you plus shipping. Just tell me the price. How did it cost to end up at my door? So, and the reason I issue this challenge is because in order to change the culture, more people are going to have to be 100% honest. And that sounds like a very monumental task that may never ever happen, probably not in our lifetime, but it has to start somewhere. And I think that is definitely necessary for spiritual progression too. Whatever your spiritual bent is, or if you want to call it quantum expansion, consciousness expansion, however you want to look at it. I think honesty is a huge thing that you have to do, that opens the door to the expansion of your consciousness or your spirituality or whatever it is. And so try my challenge and come back to this thread and let me know how it went. I'd be curious to do it. Now, I've issued this challenge before, and I've never had anybody come back and tell me how it went. So who wants to be first? So, all right, my friends. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope, like I said, everybody's doing well. Things are going well. You're pursuing your goals and your dreams, and you're enjoying life. That's another thing too. I'll mention that. Stop and enjoy life. Don't get so caught up in things that seem to be going wrong or the things that you can't change. You know, enjoy your family and your friends and loved ones, and do that thing that you always wanted to do. You know, don't regret it. Don't regret not doing it the rest of your life. You know, when you're on your deathbed or something, just go do it. Find a way. There's always a way. Okay, I will let you guys go. Thanks for getting on, you guys. I appreciate it. I probably should do this a little bit more often and talk to you guys. Take care and have a great rest of your day, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be. And signing off now. Take care.